Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. I know that 99% of my followers and Facebook friends are women. And so that's why I said, attention, ladies. If there are men that are going to jump on, watch away, whatever floats your boat. But this is me speaking to the women on my feed. Thank you for the hearts. That lets me know that y'all can hear me. Holla. Okay, I am pumped up this morning and I want to tell y'all, I just want to kind of talk to y'all. If y'all have questions for me as I'm talking through what I want to speak about, please just comment and I'll try to scroll back and answer. So for those of you that know, I got back from the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing Conference in Vegas yesterday. Yesterday was a rough day for me, if I'm being very honest. So as an empath, I take on people's energy, right? And also having Lyme disease and battling through that and all this stuff, sobriety, all this stuff I'm going through. And I'm not making excuses for yesterday, but I want to tell y'all kind of why I felt like crap yesterday. So I went to this conference and it was incredible. This event was so good. I suggest all of my network marketing buddies, whether you're in Young Living or something else, go to that event next year. You will not want to miss it. It was so awesome and it inspired this live this morning. So, but it was 2,500, 99.9% women in the room. And as an empath, I take on everybody's energy, good, bad, and ugly, right? And so after 4 days of that, I was drained and my body sitting in those seats for hours on end during the day, like was cramped up with the Lyme and all of that. And I didn't utilize, my Ninja like I was supposed to, all of that stuff. So I definitely felt it yesterday. So I was anxious yesterday. I wasn't feeling well. I was exhausted. We got up at 3 a.m. And so yesterday I took that as a test because one of the ladies said on stage, she goes, now you're going to leave here so inspired, right? You're going to leave here just pumped up and then all this stuff's going to happen to you. Your kids are going to be sick. You're going to have drama in your life in the form of kids being sick, business, whatever it is. And it's going to throw you for a loop. And so I took yesterday, I worked a little bit, maybe an hour yesterday, but the rest of the day was a day for me to rest and recharge because I knew that moving forward, I didn't want to have any excuses. So for those of you women that hustle really hard or leave events, it's okay to rest and recharge. But I wanted to talk to you about something important. Like I said, I know a majority of the people that are watching on my friends. I actually am almost at my max capacity. I keep hitting the 5,000 friends list. And so if you aren't a friend, it's nothing personal. It's usually I try to keep my personal oily people as friends. But even I can't even keep up with that. So just make sure you have the follow button and you see everything almost because 99% of my stuff is public. Okay. And so, and I know that it's a lot of women watching because I actually go in and I search men's names and I delete men as friends so that I can have women. Not that I'm against men, but I'm married and unless it's like somebody that I actually admire or something, there's no need for that. So I want to talk to you about women empowerment and how empowered I am and how I feel so empowered as a woman and how I want to talk to y'all. And let me preface this by saying that I am old-fashioned when it comes to a ton of stuff. So when it comes to being a good wife and being submissive when it's needed and all of that kind of stuff, I fully believe in that. But if you ask my husband, one of the things that he loved about me when he met me was my independence, okay? Was that I was like what he called a boss, and not in a bad way, guys, but I was super independent, made my own money, had my own place, all of this stuff. And I learned that from a very young age, not to depend on men. Okay. Plain and simple. Now, of course, I have a sort of codependency on Danny because we're married, right? There's that small inkling, but we are individuals. Just like he doesn't need me, He wants me, right? So there's this thing where I feel like women nowadays, and no haters, you will get deleted and blocked, and everybody knows my heart is coming from a good place, so don't even. But I feel like women nowadays feel like they need men, feel like they need somebody to pay their bills, somebody need to love them, they need this, they need that. And I dated around a lot before Danny, but I was fine being alone. I was fine being single. I was fine because I knew that if I loved myself, that the right man would come along, right? If I took care of myself, the right man would come along and take care of me, right? But at the end of the day, women, you only need yourself. Plain and simple. And so I get so upset. And there was this, I want y'all to follow her. I will tag her in this afterwards. But there was one particular, don't get me wrong, there were all kinds of women at this thing that I've friended all the ladies that were speaking because they just hit here, right? They hit me hard. But there was one girl, one lady that really hit home with me in the sense that I was I wanted to jump up in my seat and be like, yes, and I did, and clapped a couple times because she was saying everything that I have always been preaching but never could verbalize. And so I'm going to take some of her words. I took a couple of notes, but I wanted to speak it from me because... And her name's Jewel Tankard, and she is millionaire, network marketing female, does her own thing. She is in everything else, which we were talking about it. Recovering dependent. I like that. Okay, so how many women nowadays do you personally know, if it is not you yourself, that feel like they need a man, whether it's to love them, pay their bills, sexually, whatever it may be, that you need a man? Hit the thumbs up button or the sad button if you know women like that, or if you are a woman like that, because I can promise you there are way too many women out there that feel like they, look at all those thumbs and sad faces, exactly, way too many men or women that feel like they need a man. And yes, I'm a feminist to an extent, so like I said, there's probably not a lot of men watching this, and I love my husband dearly, and I would never, ever want to be without him. But at the end of the day, we are individuals, and we both know that we would survive without each other, even as heartbreaking as it would be, but that's not an option, right? Okay, so I know so many women, and it makes me so sad that these women, mommy's working, buddy. Okay, you can, no, take your truck out there. You can't do that. I'm on a video, okay? And so raising a little man here. And so you have to know that there's these women out there. I cringe every time I hear a woman say, and this is probably going to tick some people off because they're going to disagree with me in the sense of well, I respect my man and I'm going to ask him, when women are having to ask their husbands for permission to spend $20. I don't get that. You, as a woman, should be empowered enough, have your own income stream somehow so that you can be independent financially. And I say that from a network marketing standpoint. That's why I also feel like this Young Living or any network marketing business that you can find passion in and purpose for a product or a service, because you need to be able to make your own money. You should not be saying, I need to go ask my husband for $20. Y'all should have maybe a cap. I was talking to a friend, I won't call her out because I don't know if she wants this public knowledge, but we were having lunch in Vegas with her team, and she said that her and her husband have a $500 limit to where if anything over 500, they consult with each other, right? In a respectful manner. But anything under that, they trust each other enough to know that they're just not going to be frivolous with their money and go and spend $300 every day, right? So what I'm saying is I see too many women out there that are settling for their own independence and relying on a man to provide for them when they have all of the power to make sure that they are financially independent enough to where they make their own money, where they can go and buy a top or oils or whatever else with their own money without asking for permission. I don't understand that. And I respect and adore and love my husband. But if I had to go to him every time I wanted to spend $1, first I'd be just asking him all the time. I mean, hello, Amazon Prime, right? But second, I would not feel independent. And I even tell him, like, babe, you don't have to ask me to do that because it's our money. Like, we both work at this. We both work hard. We both have income coming in. So why do we have to ask permission? I get over a certain amount. Katie, you can share this. Girl, it's public. Y'all share away. So what I'm saying is every time I hear a woman say, oh, I need to go ask my husband, or even worse to me is, oh, I have to wait till next week, or I have to wait till payday. I get it. I was broke. I've been there. Danny and I have struggled, all of that stuff, but there is a way to get out of that. This is not me selling you Young Living. This is not me selling you network marketing. What I'm telling you from experience is that network marketing for us women makes 77% of it make up the network marketers, 77% of women, and it is a majority because we are the best at it. Because when you are passionate about a product, it's easy to share in a non-salesy, pushy BS way. But there is a way. So if you're having to say, I'll wait till next week, or let me go ask my husband, it is time for a change. I am so tired of women thinking that they have to wait, right? That they have to wait for a man's permission, or they have to wait to even give their self permission to do something for themselves. It is ridiculous that women nowadays can't do that. Heck no, Megan, I'm not saying, no, not everyone's an RCD, but I can tell you when we were even going through our stuff that I trusted my husband and he trusted me, and that I was hustling my butt off, and that I wasn't going to go ask him to spend $5. Nope, even when we were broke. Because guess what? He trusts me enough and I trust him enough to know that we're not going to be frivolous. And what I'm saying, the whole point of this is if you are struggling right now, that there is a way out, and it is up to you. You can sit back and blame everybody else and blame her, blame your upline, blame your downline. Oh, they take this. Oh, well, they didn't do this for me as my upline. They didn't do this for me as my downline. My downline is doing something crazy, blah, blah, blah. BS. I'm sorry. It is BS. You have the power to change it. You have the power to change your destiny. And if you're sitting around waiting for somebody else to hand you the money and hand you the destiny, then get over yourself. Get over your damn self is what I'm saying. Because you have the power to change your future. If you're struggling financially right now, buckle up, work harder than you've ever worked before, set a plan, take action, and run with it. Right? Yes, cry me a river. God's plan for you is abundance and prosperity. Those people that say, oh, well, you're just talking about your new car and your house and doing all this. I'm proud of how hard I've worked to get here. God gave me this power and this platform to speak about the things I love and to help other women. A majority of our downline is women, right? Duh, because men don't get it yet, or men are too afraid to use oils. Not my husband. He's using oils. He's using supplements. He's using all that. What I'm saying is, if you are stuck, you have the power to get out of it. Nobody else is going to hand you a free ride at all. And so if you think that you have to rely on a man to be successful, rely on a man, oh, I need $20, whatever, yeah, Blunt Echo's coming out, then you need to get out of that, right? You are a woman. You are strong. You birth babies. You go through your menstrual cycle every month. Men couldn't handle that pain. Right? So I'm telling y'all the point of this is stop waiting for a man or even a woman or somebody else to give you permission to step into your greatness and live your best life. What are you waiting for? Are you making excuses? And it all boils down to people that are saying something in their own head that isn't true. You aren't worthy. You aren't enough. You whatever, right? But you are. You are all those things. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are enough. You are deserving. You are loved. And you have a story to tell other people. You have people that are waiting for you to share with them so that you can change their lives, right? It is up to you to build that strength and that confidence in yourself. You have to know that you are deserving, right? the path and the stuff, one of the ways to get rid of resistance in here and here and here is by taking action. There's no other way around it. So don't sit back and say, oh, well, you know, for you network marketers, my downline's not doing anything. What are you doing? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing every day? Are you doing everything that you're telling your downline to do? Probably not. So everybody needs to suck it up. You are a powerful woman. I'm talking to you women. And know that you have lives to change. I don't care if you are at the bottom of your company, at the top of your company, if you haven't started it with a company yet, if you are just a consumer, you have the choice right this second after this video to make a decision to change your life, to work smarter, to work harder. I always say I'm not against working harder as long as it's smarter. I'm not about the work smarter, not harder. I'm about working smarter and harder. That's what gets you success. And I'm not saying everybody has to kill themselves to get to the top of their company or whatever. But what I am saying is if you want it bad enough, then you will do something more and consistently and harder and smarter. Stop waiting around till next week. Stop waiting around till tomorrow. Stop waiting around for a man or an upline or a downline or a crossline to give you the secret to success, because it's all in here and it's all in here already. You know, like Danny has said, is Google has everything we need. If you want to know how to build a spaceship, Google it. And NASA has blueprints up. There's no excuse why you can't be successful, make your own money, have your own investments, have your own cash flow to where you never have to ask anybody's permission for anything ever again. And then to top this off, just be a good person and do good things. Good money coming from a good place in good people's hands, doing good things is a good thing. Plain and simple. So go out there, step into your greatness, live your best life, stop making excuses for yourself, stop making excuses for other people, don't let other people's judgments affect you, and go out there and be badass and kick ass, take names, and change the world, right? Okay, I love y'all, and I hope that y'all took something from this. I'm sorry, I'm fired up. I'm tired of seeing women sit back and take the back seat or think that they have to take the back seat when they can be just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the men in the world. And that's it, guys. Okay, love y'all.